You're watching 24-Hour News 8. Now, here's what's new at 11 on the one and only Wish TV.
It was like a bomb. We were at the other end of the court playing, and it was like, all I saw was almost like a bomb. It just blew up.
Tragedy at an Indianapolis YMCA today. A car veers off a road and plows into a gymnasium filled with basketball players. One person is dead, several are injured. Good evening, it is 11 o'clock, and you'll see that story in just a moment. But first, some breaking news. 10th District Congresswoman Julia Carson is in the hospital tonight.
News 8 has learned that Carson is having heart bypass surgery at this hour, and there's no word yet on her condition. An ambulance was called to her office this afternoon after Carson complained of chest pains. Later, she was admitted to Methodist. It's not clear whether Carson actually suffered a heart attack, but she was taken into surgery just hours after she was taken into the hospital. The 58-year-old Carson was elected in November to succeed retiring 10th District Representative Andy Jacobs Jr. She's the former Center Township trustee and the first black woman to represent the 10th District. Ironically, Ms. Carson officially became Congresswoman at Carson at noon today, although her formal swearing-in has not been held. Tonight, retiring Congressman Jacobs told News 8 that for several weeks, Ms. Carson has been complaining of what she thought was simply indigestion.
Now, the story of today's tragic incident in Nora. Authorities aren't sure why it happened, but tonight a 26-year-old man is dead. 6 others were hurt after a bizarre accident at a YMCA.
We have 2 reports tonight. Tony Perkins has more on the driver of that car that went out of control. But first, Scott Swan, who's live at the scene of the accident. Scott?
Mike and Debbie, repair crews have actually boarded up the giant hole that was created by this afternoon's accident. It happened around 1:30. 2 pickup basketball games were being played inside this gymnasium. 26-year-old Adam Miller was just on the other side of this wall, sitting, waiting to play, when Mary Roberts' car came crashing through at 50 miles an hour.
We just saw this car just come flying across the gym with our friend underneath it. And this happened so fast, nobody really knew what happened.
Witnesses say that 76-year-old Mary Roberts was driving northbound on Westfield Boulevard when she veered off the road.
It was going straight across the grass and the parking lot.
Roberts' car jumped a curb and slammed into a wall of the YMCA gym, hitting basketball players in a pickup game.
Everybody started running, and rocks and debris was coming at everybody. People was getting hit. People were following and running.
I look around, there's people under the cars and everybody's down, and I just got out and I ran out.
Adam was sitting where we sit there against the wall before getting in a game, and he was sitting right about where the car came in.
26-year-old Adam Miller was killed instantly. Friends say Miller loved to play basketball and spent hours at the YMCA.
He's the nicest guy at the Y. He's here every day, always with a smile on his face, always asking you how you're doing.
Another friend said Miller was caught in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Adam had been playing on this end of the gym, which was ironic because more times than not he plays on the opposite end of the gym and just was caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, obviously.
This is what's left of Mary Roberts' Buick LeSabre. Investigators say that Roberts had a clean driving record and only needed to wear eyeglasses. Investigators say that the speedometer was stuck at 50 miles an hour. The driver suffered a broken nose and cheekbone and is in fair condition. At least 6 other players were injured, but by Friday night, all had been treated and released from area hospitals. The experience left witnesses stunned.
It just made me mad that I just don't understand how something like that can happen.
Now, a family friend says Adam Miller had an entry-level job with the Indianapolis Star in research. He apparently was a graduate of Park Tudor High School. Authorities say that they are lucky that more people were not killed because the action in the pickup basketball game had shifted from this end of the court to this end of the court, and you can imagine how tragic that would have been. Mike and Debbie?
All right, Scott, thank you. Scott Swan reporting live from the scene.
Well, police are still trying to figure out why Mary Roberts lost control of her car.
Doctors don't think she had a seizure or a stroke, but authorities are wondering if her age might have been a factor. News 8's Tony Perkins joins us from our newsroom with more on that story.
Well, Mike and Debbie, state driving officials say there are 400,000 Hoosier motorists over the age of 75, but they add that advanced age does not necessarily mean bad driving.
They are not significantly any different in their behavior than any other class of drivers.
Contrary to what you might think, drivers over the age of 75 are not accident-prone. In fact, Bureau of Motor Vehicles officials say a 75-year-old motorist is less likely to have an accident than a 25-year-old. But that statistic hardly stands up to news reports and stories about drivers who are assumed to be too old to be behind the wheel. In two separate incidents that happened less than a week apart in 1994, two elderly motorists crashed their cars. At one incident, a young child was killed.
Coverage tends to be determined by the person's age rather than by the incident.
Mary Roberts is one of the nearly 500,000 licensed Indiana motorists who are 75 years old or older. The first reports on her medical condition show that she had no pre-existing physical problem that might have caused her to crash.
There is no evidence of any of the tests that have been run so far that there was any other cause.
Nothing like a stroke or heart attack?
No evidence of that to date.
There is evidence that senior citizens who drive cars simply don't drive as often as do younger motorists. Bureau of Motor Vehicles officials say seniors tend to know their physical limitations and change their driving habits accordingly. If you are 75 or older, you must take the driver's test at the License Bureau, not just the written exam. And even if you fail the driver's test 3 times, the Bureau won't deny you a license outright. Instead, elderly motorists can keep driving under a series of restrictions, such as daytime driving only, or under limited distances or conditions.
Now again, Mary Roberts is 76 years old. She suffered broken bones in her face from the accident today. She was admitted to Methodist Hospital. Now, Mrs. Roberts' family did not want to talk to us about what happened today. Police officers have been meeting with the family throughout the day, informing them of the tough situation Mrs. Roberts finds herself in tonight. Mike and Debbie, back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Tony.
Some amazing pictures tonight from another crash, this one on the Indianapolis southwest side. The driver of this semi-truck says he blacked out, lost control on Interstate 465 near the Man Road exit. A car in the next lane was pulled under the trailer and dragged more than 100 feet along a guardrail. The driver of that car was trapped there for more than 90 minutes. Amazingly, James Griggs suffered only minor injuries. The Illinois truck driver remains in the hospital tonight. A Georgia police officer says a bulletproof vest saved his life, and here's the tape to prove it. Deputy Henry Huff says he didn't even realize he'd been shot twice in the chest until after he fired shots at the car. Another deputy chased down the car and arrested the suspects who originally were wanted for speeding. Huff suffered only a bruise and a small cut on his chest. Despite the videotape proof, the 16-year-old gunman is only facing aggravated assault charges.
Investigators looking into the murder of a Colorado girl say they're not ready to accuse anyone. JonBenet Ramsey was found strangled to death in the basement of her home last week, just hours after her mother found a ransom note saying that she had been kidnapped. But investigators say this was not a random killing, and JonBenet knew her killer. Today, police were in Atlanta interviewing JonBenet's grandparents. Investigators plan to interview the girl's parents, Patricia and John Ramsey, on Monday.
There is a new lead tonight in the search for whoever is behind a series of Christmas letter bombs. 8 letter bombs were sent to an Arabic newspaper office in Washington, D.C., and the federal prison in Leavenworth, Kansas. All the bombs were safely detonated, but turns out they were all postmarked from Egypt. And investigators believe they were mailed by followers of Sheikh Omar Abdel Rahman, who was convicted of trying to blow up the United Nations building and other New York City landmarks. Still coming on News 8 tonight, a warning about rabies and why cases are on the rise in the Middle West.
Some hospitals are getting the cameras out of the delivery room and find out who's behind that trend.
The Pacers look to break their losing streak at MSA tonight, plus a full plate of high school hoops on the 5th quarter.
But first, saying I love you this Valentine's Day just got a bit more expensive. We'll have that story new at 11.
Introducing Indiana's most powerful live Doppler radar.
Super Doppler 8.
Now we can see severe weather as it forms, faster and from farther away.
Super Doppler 8.
Our new state-of-the-art radar means more advanced warning for you.
The one and only.
Wish TV's Super Doppler 8. It's the next generation in storm detection technology.
Super Doppler 8.
The one and only Super Doppler 8. Only on your local weather station.
The one and only Wish TV.
Experience the largest selection.
Experience the guaranteed lowest prices.
And for one final weekend, experience Kittle's famous New Year's sale.
And Kittle's best credit offer. No down payments, no interest, and no monthly payments until 1998.
Make no down payments, pay no interest, and make no monthly payments this entire year, not till 1998.
Kittle's always has the right furniture at the right price, no matter what your budget.
And for one final weekend, there's nothing to pay till 1998.
Experience a new way to shop for furniture.
During the final weekend of Kittle's New Year's sale.
To celebrate Best Buy's 97 kickoff sale, we considered hiring the 97 Flying Chihuahuas, or the 97 Bowling Buffoons, or the 97 Go-Go's on Pocos. But then we thought, why not just have a sale? So now through Saturday, you can save on hundreds of items at Best Buy's 97 kickoff sale. Okay, so you won't see the 97 Cracked Mackerel review, but you will find hot deals on the stuff you want. Best Buy, just the store you've been shopping for.
Once a year and only once a year, the Men's Warehouse has a sale. Save an extra 20 to 40% on a great selection of suits and sport coats. It takes a Men's Warehouse sale to beat a Men's Warehouse price. I guarantee it.
A big name in the moving business is moving out of Indianapolis. Mayflower is moving its headquarters to St. Louis after being founded and located here for nearly 70 years. They were lured away by Missouri's $8 million tax incentive. The company is offering employees the options of going to St. Louis, but only 20% are expected to take up that offer. Mayflower is the nation's 4th largest moving company.
A little dog has been robbed of his freedom after thieves stole the device that helps him get around. It's called a Pupmobile, and it's a converted 4-wheel garden cart that allows him to roll around. Buffalo police say there's a $2,500 reward for the recovery of the Pupmobile. The dog is 10 years old, and he's been a quadriplegic since suffering a stroke 2 years ago.
If your home is newly remodeled, federal health officials have a warning for you tonight. Lead paint that is scraped or sanded from walls can be dangerous to children. The Centers for Disease Control says it is seeing high levels of lead in children who live in remodeled housing. Lead poisoning can lead to brain damage and is most often found in older inner-city homes.
A rabies epidemic could be spreading into the Midwest. That's the word from the Centers for Disease Control. The government says rabies among raccoons is spreading from the East Coast into the Midwest. Officials say if rabies reaches the Ohio Valley, the disease could spread fast because of few natural obstacles.
Well, the birth of a child is a moment to be cherished for a lifetime. But now, some doctors will not let you capture those moments on tape or film. In Oklahoma, the company that insures doctors says family members can no longer videotape, audio tape, or take snapshots before or during the birth. That's because it could be used as evidence in the case of malpractice. And some hospitals in Oklahoma say cameras in the delivery room can be distracting to medical personnel.
Well, all that bad weather out west could affect you on Valentine's Day. The high winds and heavy rains have destroyed about 1/3 of the rose crop, both here in the U.S. and in British Columbia. The most popular type of flower on Valentine's Day is the North American rose, but the shortage could mean a hike in prices for several months to come.
Let's blame the weatherman for a lack of romance then, right?
Yeah, there you go. Blame somebody.
Yeah, let's get to Chris Wright now and find out what's happening this weekend. Chris?
So does that mean you don't have to buy flowers for Valentine's Day, Debbie? Is that what you're saying?
No,
Debbie just took us off the hook, I
That's
think.
right. No, you just have to work a little harder, Chris.
Work a little harder and pay a little more money. Well, we've got some clouds and rain on the way here in central Indiana, and some colder air is on the way as well. We'll take a look at all that in the forecast. That'll be next, you at 11.
It's time to find some sun. No time for work, just fun. So it's ATA again. Yeah, on ATA, you're on vacation.
ATA's antifreeze fares start at $69 one way. Buy now before the 10% tax returns and lock in ATA's low fares for 1997 travel. Call your travel agent or ATA today.
On ATA.
Want to get your feet wet on the internet? AT&T makes it easy to catch the wave. Every day, AT&T helps thousands of businesses, big and small, search for information, send email, and set up websites where they can do business with their customers. So whether you're a little kahuna or a big kahuna, grab your board and hop on. AT&T. It's going to be a great ride.
Watson's is having a half-off after Christmas sale. This 8-foot pool table only $6.99 installed.
Floor model and blend spas as low as $12.99.
24-foot above-ground pools only $10.99 installed.
Tanning beds.
Fitness.
Gas logs. That's Watson's.
It's the end of the year, and there's something special coming.
It's the special delivery sale from the clever idea people at Plymouth. Right now, get Plymouth Voyager Plus with air conditioning and 7-passenger seating at no extra charge. All for this low price. Lease Plymouth Breeze with 0 down for $249 a month. Just $499 due at signing. Or buy the fun-loving Plymouth Neon for this great price. So be clever and save a year-end bundle during the Plymouth Special Delivery Sale. Only at your Plymouth dealer.
Chris Wright has been approved by the American Meteorological Society.
Boy, unusual weather for January. I guess we have to be grateful.
Grateful and get ready for a change, I think.
Yeah, that's right, because it will change.
Yeah, pretty nice day today, though.
Lovely day if you don't mind the clouds, and now we're going to slowly be getting back to what we should have this time of year. Some cold air, a little bit of sunshine, and the possibility of some snow.
Oh, all those things.
Oh, yeah. So we're finally going to get a little bit of excitement. All this boring, cloudy, gloomy weather all week long. Now we got action in the weather department. Outside right now, we've got the cloudy skies. They've been with us all day long today here in central Indiana. Not much in the way of moisture across the state, but it has been a rather gloomy-looking day. But temperatures really weren't too bad. Only a 3-degree range on temperature this afternoon. The high temperature made it up to 60 after a low of 57, well above the average high temperature of 34 degrees and just 5 degrees off the record of 65 set back in 1950. No rainfall today. Tomorrow, sunrise at 8:06 and sunset at 5:34. Right now, we've got cloudy skies, 58 degrees, and winds are from the southeast at 8 miles per hour. Humidity at 90%, or dew point temperatures at 55, and the barometer holding steady at 29.72. We've got some clouds overhead here in central Indiana. We've got a warm front north of us, so we're getting that milder flow of air coming up from the south. The cold air is trapped out west, but that's going to be changing over the next couple of days. For the overnight period, we'll have low temperatures down in the 50s across the Hoosier State, and for tomorrow, highs in the 50s and in the 60s. So warmer for tomorrow, but the colder air moves in on Sunday. Sunday high temperatures only in the 40s. That's Sunday morning. Sunday afternoon, temperatures cool off into the 30s, and for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, we'll stay with high temperatures in the 20s and 30s across Indiana. In addition to the colder air coming in over the weekend, we're also going to have some rain. We'll see about an inch or so of rainfall between now and 7 a.m. on Sunday morning. And for tomorrow, with the warm air overhead, we'll have to watch out for the possibility of severe thunderstorms here in central Indiana, so a nice spring-like weather pattern before we get back to where we should be for this time of year. Here's a map that's going to bring that stormy weather our way. We've got low pressure coming in from the plains north of that warm front and back out west of the cold front. That is where the snow is going to be for the weekend here in central Indiana. In the warm sector of the storm system, we'll just deal with the mild temperatures and the rainfall. But this cold front's going to move through rather quickly, so a few morning showers, afternoon clouds on Sunday, back to sunshine, but colder for Monday. Here's your forecast for the overnight period. Cloudy and mild. Showers are likely by morning. Low temperature at 55 degrees. And for your Saturday, mild with showers and possibly a few strong thunderstorms and a high temperature of 62. In the extended forecast, we'll find the rain ending on Sunday. Sunday, the high temperature 45 degrees, but falling into the 30s on Sunday afternoon. And for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, back to sunshine, but colder. High temperatures near 30 degrees, and low temperatures down in the teens. So if you put those heavy coats away late this week, you'll break them out by Monday afternoon.
You sort of expected that might happen.
Absolutely.
All right, Chris, thanks.
Pacers, I think, won tonight against the Phoenix Suns. Here's Dick Ray with more on that.
Yeah, Debbie, Reggie was on fire in that game, hitting everything he put up in the first half. We'll have highlights of the Pacers tonight, plus America's favorite scoreboard show, the fifth quarter, on the way. Lots of round ball coming up next in sports.
It's value roundup time at Arby's, featuring our 5 for $5 deal. The deal's sure to start a stampede. 5 Arby's regular roast beef sandwiches for $5. Hold your horses, it gets better. You get Arby's slow roasted beef and your choice of sauces. It's a better deal all around. 5 Arby's regular roast beef sandwiches for just $5. Taste why it's better out here. And try Arby's home-style fries. So good, they beat McDonald's in the national taste test.
Now you see them, soon you won't. This is it, Lazarus' biggest fur clearance of the year at the Indiana Convention Center and RCA Dome. You'll see Indiana's premier collection, over $3 million worth of furs and leathers. And you'll save an unbelievable 40 to 70% off every fur you see, including designer styles, petite and women's large sizes. This is the one you've been waiting for. Lazarus' biggest fur clearance of the year, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at the Indiana Convention Center and RCA Dome.
You guys are pathetic! You! Ever try keeping your eye on the ball? And you! Did you see that man touch the line? No! watching the game on a television that's the size of your puny little brain.
Ovation Audio Video and Mitsubishi want you to go big. Buy any Mitsubishi big screen, big tube, or VCR. Pay nothing down, no interest, no accrued interest, and make no monthly payments for 18 months.
Now, get out there and go big.
At Ovation Audio Video, 3 Indianapolis locations.
It's inventory time at Oak Express, and we're discovering lots of odds and ends left over from the holidays. Fact is, we're overstocked with one-of-a-kind, slightly blemished and closeout items that need to be sold immediately. You'll find special prices throughout our warehouse showroom. Great values in every department on oak for your home and office. You'll never buy quality oak for less, but hurry for best selection to Oak Express.
Lafayette and Georgetown Road and 8310 East Washington Street.
Another tight battle for the blue and gold as the Pacers tried to snap a 3-game skid against the Phoenix Suns. Larry Brown changing up the rotations a bit in hopes of preventing the longest losing streak of the season. Danny Ainge and company leading throughout most of the first half. KJ to John Williams as the Suns had a 9-point lead in the first quarter. Reggie Miller on fire for the blue and gold, 16 points alone in the first quarter. Jalen Rose in the lineup, the nice feed there to Dale Davis on the alley-oop. Reggie 7 of 14 from the three-point line for 33 on the night. Pacers had a 2-point lead at halftime when Jalen Rose goes strong right to the hoop at the buzzer. Second half, it's KJ keeping the Suns in it. He goes strong to the bucket. He had 30 points to lead Phoenix. But the Pacers get the inside game going tonight. Antonio Davis with the throwdown, and the Pacers finish up strong, winning it 117 to 104. That makes the Pacers 14 up and 15 down on the season, and they're at Cleveland tomorrow night.
I don't want to say old Pacers, but I mean that's what we had always been known for. If a team pulled close, we always found the motivation and the drive to kind of hang on and win, either be big rebounds or big shots, and tonight was a good indication of that.
NBA board, 22 points for Jordan, 22 rebounds for Rodman as the Bulls win 11 of their last 12. It's Minnesota beating Boston by 10. The Hawks snap a 3-game skid against New Jersey, and it's Denver trailing San Antonio in the fourth quarter. Top 25 college basketball tonight, 14th ranked Louisville opening up Conference USA play against UAB. Alvin Sims with the steal for the Cards, slams and picks up the foul. Louisville out to a 9-0 lead. Then Sims dishes to Alex Sanders for the throwdown. Damian Dantzler at the line for the Ville. He misses, but watch Sims with the follow. Cards win it 93 to 79. The Ice beat Grand Rapids tonight in Michigan 6-2. Dave Chazowski had a hat trick as they win their 3rd in a row. The Cubes and Griffins hook up once again tomorrow night at MSA. Indianapolis still leads the IHL Central Division with a record of 21-13-3. Up next, the first 1997 appearance of America's favorite scoreboard show, the 5th quarter.
Welcome to America's favorite scoreboard, the 5th quarter. Yeah!
Hey, this is Goose. If you want a great deal on a used car or truck, come and see my buddies at Palmer Dodge.
Used or new, everything specially priced during Palmer's year-end sell-a-thon. You'll find a $2 million inventory of used cars with prices as low as $29 down, $99 a month. You'll find new Intrepids, too. No money down, just $299 a month. And new full-size pickups, no money down, just $257 a month. But just till January 4th.
Hi, this is Don Palmer. Find out for yourself how we make buying a car a breeze.
It's the finale, the wind-up of New York Carpet World's spectacular New Year's Savings Bash. Your last chance for tremendous selection and savings. Your last chance for this sensational free credit offer. No interest for 2 full years. Imagine, no interest till $19.99. Best carpet brands, best styles and colors, everything for your floors at virtual giveaway prices with credit free for 2 full years till $19.99. It ends Saturday, so hurry. New York Carpet World's New Year's Savings Bash.
May I take your order, please? Excuse me?
He said he wants chili.
When it's cold, nothing but a hot bowl of Wendy's rich and meaty chili will do, so we keep it simmering all day long. And it's just 99 cents on our super value menu.
Chili. No, baked potatoes.
We'll warm up with a 99-cent sour cream and chive baked potato, slow baked in an oven.
Chili. No, baked potato. No, it's Carlin Star.
Wendy's 99-cent super value menu, 10 delicious choices every day.
The new 97 Value City furniture is now here. Unfortunately, so is the new 96. Something's got to give. All right. you win. Announcing the Value City Furniture Emergency Markdown Sale. You'll find some of the lowest prices of the year on all the great home furnishings you want. So you won't need much money, just a little something you've tucked away for emergencies. And this is an emergency.
It's Ben Davis in Brownsburg, but where's Mark Patrick?
Last seen watching reruns of Dirk Laennec. America's favorite scoreboard show is coming your way. Starting on the west side tonight, a matchup featuring two fixtures in our exclusive Super 8 poll. Ben Davis hosting Brownsburg. And to the highlights from the home of the two-time defending state champions. Steve Woody's team trying for their 7th straight win. The Giants work the ball around to Roy Fry in the battle of the purple uniforms tonight. Then it's Pat Church hitting the baseline jumper for the home team. Bulldogs hanging in there. Andy Duncan, he'll knock down the jumper for the Berg as they work the ball well. Squares up nicely to the bucket. Finally, Chet Washington will penetrate and hits the short jump shot in the lane. And Ben Davis prevails 65-51, the first loss of the season for Brownsburg. Both teams now at 7-1. Further west into Hendricks County, Pike taking on Plainfield. Pike starts the scoring with a steal and the layup by Isaac Kincaid. Strong move to the bucket for Plainfield. It's Adam Pike. Takes it hard to the hoop and scores against Pike. And for the Red Devils, Freddie Murray hits the jumper, 2 of his game-high 25. The Red Devils come from behind and win it by 20. Murray had 25. Rodney Smith had 15 as Ted Lynn calls in the score. Brown County over Columbus East. Cascade beat Bethesda Christian. Clinton Prairie over Clinton Central. Decatur Central Sam Ward had 16 points and 5 steals in the win. Kokomo over Lafayette Harrison 62-40. Pendleton Heights beating LaPel, and it was Terre Haute North better than Lawrence North by 9. An excellent matchup on the northeast side. 8th ranked Muncie South visiting Larry